We are now going to cover the detect class, which, as you can see here, takes inputs from stage 17, 20, and 23. So the moment I run this, we will step into the detect class. And given that f is different from -1, we'll step into this. And our inputs are going to be the values that came out of stage 17, 20, and 23, as we can see here in the Y component. So 17, 20, and 23. So let's run that. You can see 17 here. So the first input will be Y, and then the index 17, and then 20 and 23. And this is going to be wrapped in a list. So the moment I run this, X, which right now is the value coming out of the previous layer, the last stage, which you can see that -1.6 corresponds to this -1.6. But we are going to override X with these three inputs. So the moment I run this, X will be override with the three inputs. And you can see that we have 17, 20, and 23. Profile set to false, so we'll step over that. And now the moment I run this, M, which is the detect class, will take us right here inside the same YOLO.py file that we're working in. And we'll jump right here at the beginning. So let's do that. And here we are inside the detect class. Before we move any further, let's look at the values that were initialized. So if we go to self, we can see that NC are the number of classes. As you can see here, this corresponds to the COCO dataset, which are 80 classes that YOLOv5 was trained on. You can see different classes here with their associated index, from person, bicycle, car, all the way here to 79. If we have one of these categories, we'll be able to predict that in the image. And if we wanted other categories, then we'll have to train those with custom dataset or new datasets. But in our case, since we want to detect the car, we can use the default pre-trained model of YOLOv5. NO is 85, which is the number of classes plus 5 for the number of outputs per anchor. NL is the number of detection layers, and the anchors are these ones. So we have 3 layers of anchors, 1, 2, and 3. And then within each layer, we have also 3 anchors. This is width and height, and width and height. So the number of layers is 3, and the number of anchors per layer is also 3. Now P3 and a stride of 8, P4 and a stride of 16, and P5 and a stride of 32. In order to detect features at different scales, you can see we have this 80 by 80, and given that our original image was 640 by 640, it has been shrinked by a factor of 8. And this 40 by 40 has been shrinked by a factor of 16, and this 20 by 20 by a factor of 32. And I personally like this explanation from Fabian. These feature maps are obtained by using different strides, as we mentioned. So P3, P4, and P5 correspond to the outputs of YOLO associated with these feature maps. And in order to preserve the spatial information, we'll be constructing in just a moment grids for these different feature maps so that we can detect objects of different sizes. And then this P terminology is the standard names in Vision AI models. And this idea of predicting at different scales comes from this paper, Efficient Det. And it was the inspiration of YOLOv5, where we have P3, P4, and P5 for the different strides, for the different shrinking of the image through the covenant. Now we also have a grid and an anchor grid. The values here are not important because we're going to override them right here when we call this makeGrid function. Grid and anchor grid will be overwritten. And then here, register buffer, given that detect is inheriting from n in that module, n in that module has function, and this is typically used to register a buffer that should not be considered a model parameter.